Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this conference on the centrality of Jesus Christ for the Hispanic Immigrant Church. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you today. Turns out we had a little mishap. Our daughter-in-law was in a car accident in St. Louis, and she's okay, or is getting okay, a little banged up. The car is totaled, and she just kind of needed us to be there. So Sue and I are with our family in St. Louis, and we send you greetings. And again, welcome to this conference. I want to thank Dr. Zone and Carmeli Silva for organizing this conference for us and for you. I want to thank all the participants and responders. Thank you for giving of your time and your good thinking and conviction about these matters to our conference participants. I want to offer a special thanks to Dr. Solivan for his participation and presentation. Thank you for making time. And I'm sorry we couldn't connect. As I think about the topic for this conference, I've got some notes. I've got some things I want to make sure that I mention to you. The centrality of Jesus Christ for the Hispanic Immigrant Church. I'm reminded of how important this topic is today. It doesn't seem like we can turn on the news or just go to the store without being confronted with some kind of challenge to friends and neighbors from other parts of the world, or at least ones we'd like to be friends and neighbors. The centrality of Christ, of course, applies to all kinds of things, everything in our lives as believers. But sometimes it seems to me that we want to limit that application to spiritual matters, matters of salvation perhaps, or of ministry. But if Jesus himself were only concerned with spiritual matters, I don't think there'd be any narratives about healing. There would be no woman with the hemorrhage that is made well. There would be no narratives about blind men seeing at the touch of the Master. There would be no narratives about feeding of the 5,000 or of the 4,000. There would be nothing about loaves and fish for the disciples or for the 5,000 because the matters of the body simply wouldn't have been important to Jesus. But they are important. In the same way, I think of this conference, it's a celebration of those things about our human existence that are important, and they affect the spiritual side of life, but they're not only about the spiritual side of life. In fact, I think of the narrative about Simon Peter walking on the water. If Jesus were not concerned about Simon Peter's real physical needs, when Simon Peter begins to sink, Jesus would have said, it's been nice knowing you, and, thanks for being with me for a few years, but now you're going to a better place and your body really doesn't matter. But that's not what Jesus does, is it? Jesus reaches out, grabs Peter by the hand, and gets him back into the boat. This is a demonstration of how Jesus is committed to the real needs of life of one of his closest disciples. In the same way, he's committed to those our real needs and our purposes in life. And so, as you, my friends, are very much trying to navigate these choppy waters, my hope and my prayer is that as you find times where you may be slipping as our dear brother Peter, that you will find the Master's hand reaching out and getting you back in the boat so that you can continue to navigate successfully this land, this space of perpetual immigrant experience. May the Lord richly bless you this weekend. May the face of our God and Father shine on you and be gracious to you and grant you peace. All the best, my friends.